Let me ask you something. If a Chinese person says 我很累, are they saying they're very tired or just tired? Most Chinese textbooks would tell you very tired, but the reality is more complicated. Do you know that most of the time when Chinese people use 很, they're actually not emphasizing anything? Hi, I'm a language enthusiast and I have been helping friends learn Chinese. I love getting nerdy about language patterns, and 很 is one of those things that once you understand it, Chinese starts making way more sense. So here's what's happening. Most Chinese textbooks teach 很 as simply meaning very, period. 很好 means very good. 很高, very tall. 很累, very tired. Straightforward, right? But here's what your textbook probably didn't tell you. Most of the time, Chinese people use 很 as a grammatical requirement, not to actually mean very at all. Think about it in this way. In English, we say I'm good, but in Chinese, you can't just say 我好. 我好. You can't just say 我好 in most situations. It sounds incomplete or implies you're comparing yourself to others. Chinese adjectives need something in front of them when they are the main part of a sentence. Growing up speaking Chinese, this was completely natural to me. When I started practicing Chinese with my friends, I realized how confusing this must be. You learn that 很 means very. So when someone says 今天很热, you think they're saying it's very hot. But often, they just mean it's hot. Nothing dramatic. Chinese has this invisible grammar rule that textbooks rarely explain clearly. I have done extensive research on this topic, so you don't have to. I will teach you how to use 很 in modern conversation, and I will share all my sources below so you can dive deeper if you want. Okay, so why does this happen? The story behind 很 is fascinating, and it reveals something incredible about how languages evolve. Here's what might surprise you. In ancient Chinese, we're talking 2,000 years ago, 很 didn't mean very at all. Let me show you some real examples from historical texts. In Han Dynasty legal documents, 很命 means to disobey orders. In classical texts, 很厉 means fierce and cruel. In administrative records, 很其所为 stubbornly opposing what was done. The ancient meaning was completely different from how we use 很 today. Back then, it was never used with adjectives the way we do now. Here's the key insight. In Chinese, when you use an adjective as the main part of your sentence, you need a degree marker in front of it. Without it, the adjective sounds incomplete or implies comparison. Some examples will be 我好. Sounds like I'm good compared to others who aren't. 我很好 means I'm good in a more neutral and complete statement. I think this also reflects something characteristically Chinese, the preference for balance, moderate expression. 很好 keeps things neutral, not overly enthusiastic, but not negative either. Okay, let me show you exactly when 很 is just filler versus when it actually means very. The research on this is really interesting. 很 as grammatical filler just means the adjective. For example, you can say 我很累. 我很累. It means I'm tired. And you can't say 我累. That's incomplete. Next one, 她很高. 她很高. She's tall. And you can't say 她高 as a statement. It's incomplete. In these cases, 很 is grammatically necessary but doesn't add emphasis. You're just making a neutral statement. When Chinese people actually want to emphasize very, they typically use different words. For example, 非常. 今天非常热. Today is very hot. 太，这个太贵了，这个太贵了。This is too expensive. 特别，我特别喜欢，我特别喜欢。特别 means special or specially, but here it means I really like it. And we also have 超，超，那个电影超好看，那个电影超好看。That movie is super good. Noticing I'm showing you 非常、太、特别、超. For example, instead of stressed 很. Why? Because while you can stress 很 for emphasis, in natural conversation, Chinese speakers usually prefer these other words when they really want to emphasize. It's clear and sounds more natural. Research suggests that 很 functions differently in formal versus informal contexts, with younger speakers tending to use it more as grammatical filler. The key point when you hear 很 plus adjective, assume it's just a neutral statement unless the context clearly shows emphasis. Okay, what if you just want to sound neutral? When you want to say something that is just good, okay, or fine, you can say something like 还可以，还可以 it's alright. 还行，还行 it's okay. 不错，不错 not bad. 马马虎虎，马马虎虎 so-so. Studies show that learners who focus on authentic usage patterns instead of just memorizing rules improve significantly faster. So pay attention to context and tone, not just the words themselves. If you want more practice hearing natural Chinese patterns like this, I have a slow Chinese conversation series where I talk about everyday topic using simple words. It's a great way to train your ear for these subtle differences we talk about today. Remember, every native speaker went through years of naturally absorbing these patterns. You're doing great by taking the time to understand the why behind Chinese grammar instead of just memorizing translations. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.